everyone, welcome back to Woo Woo Wednesday, where I share my intuitive insight and weekly wisdom with you through the use of oracle cards. I'm excited to join you today. I have a special message all about turning your passions into profit. So today's reading really is going to be geared around the conversation and the story that we've been telling ourselves around, can we turn our passions into profit? Can we follow our dreams and make a difference? Can we do both? So as a Libra today, I'm super jazzed to bring you this reading to let you know, yes, you can have it all. You can make a difference, make an impact, and make an income. It really is a beautiful trifecta of blending all of your natural gifts and what the world needs most right now. And we're so at a time of changing and shifting. So I thought today I'd pop on here and really kind of tune into the collective and see, you know, where are my boss babes at? Like, I really feel like we're being called to kind of step away from the path that we were told to be on, or that we got on because of obligation or logic. And now our soul is asking us to step out. For me, that happened working behind the chair. After 15 years of working with women, I realized I have got an insider sneak peek at how women think and feel about themselves. And I was on a mission to start empowering women to build confidence from the inside, because I was doing all the outside stuff to make them look beautiful, but they still weren't getting it. And so for me, that's when my soul was like, hey, there's a bigger mission for you. This has taught you so much, but there's so much more on the other side, out from behind this chair. And ultimately, that's what led me here to do the Woo Woo Wednesdays, to do the business coaching, to help people heal their pain and their trauma and their drama and all the stuff that stops them from shining bright. And so I kind of feel this massive shift is happening in my own life, in my own business, where at first I was talking a lot about self-love. That was what I was learning and going through when I started shifting online. And now I'm at a point where I have been sharing so much about self-love and self-care and spirituality, whether it's working with the elevated life or my oracle cards. There's been so many ways that I've been sharing about your mindset and how to love yourself and take care of yourself. But there's another piece of my story that you guys have been missing. And oh gosh, I don't know what my internet is. My internet's broken, y'all. Oh, there's another piece to my story that you guys probably, it's like right in front of your face, but you probably don't even realize it. And that would be that I love talking about business. I love helping people jump into their passions and turn it into profit, because listen, there's so many times that I've worked with women and they're like, oh, well, I don't wanna put a price tag on that. I just like to do that for fun. But they're doing a job that they don't like to make money. It just blows my mind. And so for me, I wanted to blend the two and make money doing what I was naturally good at and what I love doing. And so that really is a huge passion of mine. And I've been coaching woo-woo hairdressers and woo-woo women in business, teaching them the mindset principles that they need to make those changes in their life. So I'd like to know, before we dive into this reading, and hey, stick around for the end, because I've got a really fun special announcement. I'll be sharing some of my super deep business secrets with you guys later today. So I want to know, is that you? Are you somebody right now that has been thinking that they want to create their own business, that they want to do something for them? They don't want to go into a corporate office anymore. They want to, you know, serve the world in a way that feels good for them. I want to know, is that you? Say hello in the comments. Let me know where you're watching from. Hello, Gilly. Leanne's here from the UK. Courtney's in. Woo woo, hello everyone. India, Gypsy, Sarah. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Ashley's here. I love you guys so much. So I wanna know, are you a woman in business? So put a number 1. If you are in business, like, you know, for yourself, let's start there. Number 1, I'm in business. I have a business. I am running it. I'm doing it for me. I don't work for anyone else. I want to know, number 1. Number 2, drop me a number 2 if you're someone who is wanting to start a business, but they're not quite there yet. They have like some kind of idea. They know they don't want to climb the corporate ladder anymore. Put a number 2 if that's you. So I would love to know, where are we at? Number 1, you are already in business for yourself. Number 2, you've been thinking about starting a business for yourself. Let me know where you guys are at. I know okay, for all of you watching live, I'm so sorry. It seems like my internet is insane crazy right now. I don't know what's going on. So if it cuts out or it gets weird, just, you know, bear with me. I'm so sorry, guys. All right, number one, if you're in business. Number two, if you are thinking about starting a business. So I'm gonna dive in. Let me know if you guys are ready for this. I'm gonna pull some Sparkle Magic out of the Shine from the Inside Oracle. And like I said, this is really like, since we're kind of in the in-between of the moon, I thought, let's, you know, really pick an intention for this reading. And I really want to create it around, you know, how do you serve the world? How do you show up in the world? Like what talents and skills are you offering other people? And you know, that may just be your children if it's not in business. Like, it doesn't mean that everything is, we're all working, okay? Whether we're getting paid or not, we are all working. So you need to be thinking of it in that term. All right, cards are flying, hello. First card flipped up. I can already see it. I know this message is so needed right now. It's been a message that I've been sharing inside my mastermind group, as well as my own readings to myself, like receiving my own readings from other people. This message is loud and clear. All right, I'm gonna shuffle 2 more cards for this week to see what do we need to know about realigning with our purpose and, you know, showing up and being of service in the world. All right, let's see what's coming up. I'm using my I'm using my purple deck today. If you guys hadn't seen yet, little special edition vibes. All right, let's see. Ooh, they're quiet today. What will you have us know? Following our passion, serving the world. Whoa, okay, hello. All the cards are flipping up. I can't help but see them. I feel like I'm cheating, but that's okay. Last card for the week. Let's see what comes up. Oh my gosh. Let me know if this is your first time tuning in to Woo Wednesday and where you're watching from. Say hello if you're live, and if you're watching the replay, hello. Leave us a comment and let us know. I say us because, you know, I'm not the only one in here. Okay, last card. Let's see what comes up for this week. Sometimes they all just flip out at once, and sometimes they take their time, and that's something you guys should know. When impatience starts kicking in, slow down. There we go, 2 cards came out. I love it. Okay, they all flipped up upside down, so I can see what's happening this week, y'all. Hello, beautiful humans. Hello, Melissa, so good to see you guys. All right, let me know if you guys are ready by saying I'm ready in the chat, and we will get this party started. All right, first card comes up. It is Get Back to Nature and Embrace Your Hippie Roots. Wow. This message has come up so much in my personal life, in my coaching world, and honestly, I think it's a great reminder that we all need to get back to our source, where we came from. And if you have already forgotten because you're so plugged into the city and distractions, like, we are a part of nature, and we need nature to refuel. We also need nature to remind us of the natural cycles and rhythms that are happening, whether that means you're at, you know, a new growth spurt and you're shedding the old and it feels uncomfortable and you feel like, oh, vulnerable in this new phase, or if this is reminding you to just slow down because you need that dormant period to kind of like rework the roots, and then it'll be time to bloom. So this is just a great reminder that nature has the medicine for us, nature has the wisdom for us, and nature has the relaxation and the pace that will help to bring us, ground us, and bring us back to this planet. Sometimes we get so caught up in technology and business and drama and stress and creating crazy stories in our mind that we forget to just plug in and to recharge. Just like you recharge your phone every single night. Like if your phone was dead, you would charge it immediately. But when we start to go like, we just keep pushing and pushing, like we're not the Energizer battery, we have to recharge. And we have to take responsibility for doing that. And for me, the fastest way to recharge is getting back to nature, slowing down, taking a nice walk, soaking up all the senses. And yeah, so if this is something that you've been stressed out, your energy levels are like either like too low or too high, and you need to find that right rhythm, then find a little nature slice for you and make that happen. Hey Stacy, it's so good to see you. Hello everyone. Okay, what is happening? I think my internet's still being crazy. All right, the next card that comes up for this week is to surround yourself with your soul tribe. This is one of my favorite cards because for me, I felt alone on my journey. You know, whether that was building my business or going within for self-discovery to heal some of the pain and trauma that I had experienced and that I was ready to let go of. it's so important to know that you don't have to do this alone, that there is a community for you to plug in, whether you're in my SHINETRIBE sisterhood or you've created your own little group within your community. This is an important reminder that it's so important not only to lean on nature and plug back into nature, but also have that support of humans. We need the humans too. We need to know that we're not alone, that there are people that do love us and believe in us. So if you've been struggling to find friends right now, I want you to go join the SHINETRIBE sisterhood. Fastest way to get there is brittanycarmichael.com/join. That'll get you on the email list, so you get weekly inspiration from me and you'll plug into the community. So for me, I knew that I couldn't do this alone. When I was transitioning from, you know, stepping out from behind the chair to how do I go online and share like all the lessons that I'm learning. I just want to inspire people. That's really what it started out with. I had no intention of making money or turning it into programs or products or retreats or coaching. Like none of that was even an option in the beginning for me. I just knew that I was trying to figure out who I was, and it was kind of scary to do it alone. And I wanted to make sure that I wasn't the only like weirdo out there just like not trying to follow culture's norms. Like there's something else, like something else is calling me. Like I'm following a different path and I'm beating to my own drum, and I need to know that I'm not the only one doing that. And so that's what led me to create the SHINETRIBE sisterhood. I didn't want to do it alone. And so I'm sure you feel that way too. And if you feel alone, first and foremost, become your own best friend. That's one of the biggest lessons that I teach inside Shine School. And then the other lesson I teach in there is how to connect with your community and attract in and call your soul tribe in so that you don't feel alone. And maybe they're not local to you. Maybe they are online. Just like we're getting to connect here right now, we have this beautiful gift of technology that if we use it wisely, we can connect with people that get us. I know that's always so hard. Call me. I don't know if you're hitting on me or if that was just a friend invite. Oh my gosh. All right, next card that comes up is breathe in bliss and exhale bullshit. This is so important right now. I'm literally telling myself this too. This is what I've been telling myself that gets me through. If it won't matter in 5 years, don't waste more than 5 minutes on it. Oh, I'll repeat it again for those in the back. If it won't matter in 5 years, don't waste more than 5 minutes on it. And what do I mean by this? Feel your feelings. I'm not saying shove them down and repress them. That causes even more problems. I want you to feel them, and I want you to feel them real good. And I want you to be as exaggerated as you need to. I would stomp and go crazy right now, but I might break the whole setup right here with the camera and everything's like leaning on each other, you know? So I'm not gonna jump up and down and stomp like ah! But when I get frustrated or I get mad, man, I got off a phone call yesterday with customer service, an hour on the phone with customer service with Amazon trying to get the 13 fake listings of my deck taken down off the Canada site. Whew, only to be given the link that I had already found on my own. It was a nightmare. And you know, it was frustrating. And so I thought, you know what? I gotta get this out. I don't wanna carry this frustration anymore. Yeah, sometimes shit's annoying and you gotta be real. I'm not saying everything's joyful and amazing all the time. You can make it that way, but you're still gonna feel the feelings of frustration and worry and fear and doubt and anger. They're all gonna come up, but it's how long you linger in those emotions. And this is what I did. I got off the phone with that customer service like, thank you, I hope you have a great day. Hung up the phone and was like, I just screamed at the top of my lungs and just got it out of my system. And that is so important for processing emotions. Whether you process through dancing, crying, laughing, screaming, working out, orgasming, yoga, meditation, I don't care how you process your emotions, but you gotta move them. They're energy. They don't want to be stagnant. Just like nature doesn't like to be stagnant. We all know what happens when, you know, that water sits still and the mold starts to grow. It's not a good thing. It likes flow. And so this is saying breathe in that beautiful flow of life, because if you are getting stuck in your mind, it's you. Plain and simple. And you are also in control with the power to make those changes. So if it's been stressful, recognize that sometimes life is stressful and customer service people aren't helpful sometimes, and that's okay. It's okay. Breathe in, know that everything's fine, you are safe, supported, and loved, and then let it go. Feel it and release it. Don't carry it on. How many of you guys struggle with just like feeling anger or feeling frustration or whatever, and then you bottle it all up and you shove it down into your hips? or you know what I mean? How many of you don't talk about it and express it? I'm actually finding that's kind of a thing. And I didn't realize that. As a double Pisces, I'm like, let's talk about how we feel all the time. Nope, everybody knows how I feel at any given moment, whether it's like, resting bitch face or I freaking love you. Like there's no in between. And so I think it's really important for us to be comfortable sharing our emotions and to creatively express ourselves. Now, I'm not saying go around and be a jerk because you're angry. Do that in the privacy of your own home. I didn't scream at everyone in the gym. I did it in my office where nobody was at, just like into a pillow. I'm like, I just gotta get this out because it's like, ugh, it doesn't feel good. And when you don't feel good, you end up starting to attract things that don't feel good. So it's important that you don't stay stuck in those emotions. All right, I'm gonna keep going. I have no idea what's happened to my live here on the Facebook, so I don't know, it's still going. Instagram looks like you're with me. Hello, Leah, it's so good to see you here. All right, last card here. Be bold, don't be afraid to stand out. Wow, wow, wow. Well, basically what this is saying is tune back into your natural rhythms, plug back, ground back into the earth to have the support that you need, not only spiritually, energetically, and emotionally, but also from the people that will support you, that will say, hey, I do believe in your dreams when your fears get a little bigger. You know, sometimes we have to have that external support so that we do have the confidence to go out there and shine our light. This card saying, don't be afraid to stand out, is a reminder that you are here to shine, that you have this amazing gift to share with the world, and that gift is how you are of service. And that's what we talked about at the beginning of this call or this live or whatever this reading, I don't know, this experience. And I talked about how it's, one, we don't like doing it alone, and two, it's so important to surround yourself with people who are headed in the same direction that you are going, so that it gives you that courage to say, you know what, if they can do it, then I know I can do it too. That's how I feel like that's how my whole journey started, when I started to make changes in my life where I wasn't happy with my health or happy with who I was or my confidence or my worth. The changes that I started making were only because I looked around and saw that other people were doing it too, and that it was possible. So for me, that was enough to say, you know what, if it's possible for her, it's possible for me. And that's ultimately what happened when I stumbled across Marie Forleo. She is my business mentor, and for the next 2 weeks, I will be talking a lot about her and the program B-School that she offers. She's actually doing a free training this week, and I highly recommend. I mentioned earlier, like if you're one of those people who are being called to step into their own career and to build a business that they love, this is a free training you do not want to miss. You can actually access that free training by my mentor, Marie Forleo, if you go to brittanycarmichael.com/6-steps. That will help you to really get a game plan and clarity on how do I make this a reality? So many of us have a dream. Yeah, I want to do this, or wouldn't it be cool if I could do that? But we don't have a plan. And that's totally what I was missing when I was stepping out from behind the chair. I knew how to run a successful salon. I had a plan for that. But I was transitioning into a totally different career that I didn't have a plan for. So I had no idea what to do. Where do I start first? Do I build a website? How do I price myself? What do I write on the about me? What am I even offering? Who's my target market? My ideal client? I don't know any of this marketing stuff. I know how to do really good balayage, some hair extensions, and like work some magic in the hair salon. I had no idea how to make that change to market myself online. I knew marketing principles to get butts in my seat, but I didn't really know exactly how to make that transition online. So I know what it feels like to be a beginner, even if you're an expert in a certain area. I'm expert in hair, which is kind of funny that I'm transitioning back to teaching hair, coming full circle. But I didn't know, I wanted to just step away from the salon. I don't want to do that anymore. I want to teach on self-love, and I want to teach on empowerment and spirituality. And now I realize that as a Libra, for me, it's both. And I have a feeling you're probably like me. You probably have multiple passions, and you're really good at one, but you kind of are ready to like, oh, thank you for that chapter. Now I've learned some new things. I'm ready to start something different. So it can be hard to stand out and be bold when you're starting over. That's what I hear so much when I'm coaching women. But I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm new. I'm a beginner. Like, yeah, you're a beginner at like maybe online marketing or or starting this job, but you have X amount of years as a this, that. Like, you forget that all of those talents and skills make you credible in this new venture that you're going on. So I feel like that's so important to remind you guys that you really you really can do this. You really can take your passion and turn it into profit. And honestly, funny enough, next Wednesday, I actually will not be doing Woo Woo Wednesday, so heads up on that. I will be doing a free live masterclass on how to turn your passion into profit. So if you're not in the Shine Tribe Sisterhood, now is the time to get in there. That's the only place I'll be doing it. I might do it on Instagram. I don't know. I like my little Instagram tribe. We'll see. But it is planned for just in the Shine Tribe Sisterhood. So if you want to learn from me how I did this, I took my 6-figure salon, and then in a few years time, I took those principles and turned my online business into a 6-figure business as well. So it really is possible. I came from the trailer park, y'all. I came from the trailer park. My parents didn't have money. I paid for my beauty school. I had to figure out how to pay for my beauty school with the 3 jobs that I was working. Like, I get what it's like to not have money, to not come from wealth, to not come from the mentality of wealth. I had to totally restructure the way that I thought about it. And ultimately, that's what Marie helped me do in all of her training. And that's why I'm so passionate about sharing that wisdom with you. So if you want to learn from who I learned from, then you don't want to miss this free training from Marie. So if you want to check it out, brittanycarmichael.com/6-steps. That'll take you right to Marie's free training. If you're not on my newsletter, then be sure to shoot me a DM. I'll get you the link so you can sign up. That's where I'm going to be sharing all of the magic that is coming up over the next 2 weeks and how you can start to build an online business. Like, it's time, period. That's the message. It is time. Time is now. We're really at a turning point where what you do today makes a massive impact and change in the future. So I want to know, I want to hear from you. What business have you been thinking about? Or maybe you've already just kind of dabbled and started. What is that business that you're thinking about that you want to grow, that is based on you, your talents, your skills, how you're going to show up and serve the world, not building someone else's dream? So let me know what that is in the comments below. I'd love to support you on that. And then I'm just gonna scroll through these comments really quick, say hello to everyone. Yes, it's so good to see you guys. I'm so glad you all made it live. All right, just to recap for this week, we're doing lots of free training on business and how to turn your passions into profit. Stick around for more information, but today's message, get back to nature, ground, connect, let the rhythms of life lead you instead of trying to force when it's not time. The next one is to surround yourself with your soul tribe. So if you're not in the Shine Tribe Sisterhood, now is your invite. If you're looking for a community of like-minded soul sisters who will lift you up and say, hey, I believe in you. I know that it's possible for you. And to actually, you know, what I find is when I plug myself into a community of people doing stuff, it makes me inspired to do stuff too. So not only are the girls loving themselves, but they're also creating businesses and thriving, you know, thriving companies. It's incredible to watch. And that's so cool. Like, how many people, how many groups are there where it's just growth and excitement and support and like no drama, and just, that's everything I ever wanted growing up, which is why I created it. And then breathe in bliss, exhale bullshit, and don't be afraid to stand out. This is a great call. Whew, let it all go. Let go of what doesn't serve you anymore, that doesn't feel good anymore, and ask yourself this very important question. What do I really want? What do you want? I feel like the Notebook. What do you want? What do you want? Figure that out and let me know what it is, what you want. Starting to sell crystals. Oh yeah, I feel like, you know, I had this amazing older man who runs the chamber music of Dallas. He's my husband's best friend's father, and we were having dinner last night. And he said, you know, I have a friend who's starting a company called Creative Expression or something like that. And he goes, they're basically like coloring. It's like adults meditating and coloring. He goes, do you think that's a viable business? I said, Phil, I absolutely think it's a viable business. And the more it doesn't make sense to the older generation, the more I think it's gonna be successful with the new and upcoming generation, because we need new ways of expression, just like we talked about letting our energy go. If it doesn't matter in 5 years, don't waste more than 5 minutes. But you gotta spend that 5 minutes doing the work. And I feel like new forms of expression, whether that be creating, coloring, laughing, yoga, there are gonna be so many new forms of connecting with your soul, like tapping into your creativity, which hell, yesterday in the Elevated Life Club, we did an entire masterclass on creative visualization. And that to me just like showed me we are a changing society. We are no longer like operating just on logic and science and facts. Like there's so much more information and consciousness being expanded and evolved that the way that we operate has to be different. And it's gonna take people like you who are willing to say, you know what, there is no blueprint. I don't know, like no one's done it before, but I have a feeling, I have a calling, I have a passion, I have a burning desire to help people make this change, or something that I've struggled with and I wanna make it easier for you. That's who is being called right now to make those changes, to step up, to be that light leader and say, you know what, no one else is doing it, so I'm gonna take the reins and I'm gonna make this happen. And that's the kind of courage and just like badassery that we need in this world. So if you've been called to do something different, to follow your soul, to help support humanity, to help heal or tap back into creativity, please, please do not miss this calling. Please do not miss this opportunity. And if it's because you're lacking a plan or lacking that support, then hey, you've got me and my business mentor, Marie. She's doing her free training that I mentioned. One last time, if you want to sign up for that, brittanycarmichael.com/6steps, and that'll get you there. Shoot me a DM if that doesn't work for you, and I will help you turn this dream into a reality, no matter what it is. If you have a passion for it, I don't care if it's sewing. I've seen older women make 6 figures selling one course on how to sew. Really? Again, when I hear stories of other people doing it, then it gives me permission that it's possible for me. And so I hope that these lives and all the things that I share, whether it's Elevated Life or this kind of content, I hope that it reminds you that it is possible. You can make a difference, you can make an impact, and live the life that you are dreaming of, because it ultimately boils down to your choice. And most of us have forgotten that freedom. So if you need a coach to remind you, I'm your girl. Okay, any last questions, thoughts, ideas? This has been so fun connecting with you guys. I absolutely love talking about business. This is really something that lights me up, and I find myself talking about it all the time. It's either business or spirituality. It's like one or the other, but they're my two, they're just, they bring me so much joy. So, love this. Anything is possible. It absolutely is. Whatever, you know, Henry Ford said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. And so that just proves that it's up to us to decide, are we worthy of living this life? And if you're here breathing, the answer is hell yes. You've just got to get on board with your own mission. And sometimes we need a little help and assistance from people who can see beyond the fear blinders that you've put up for yourself. So if that's you, reach out. I'm here to support you. Love it. You're the best. Thank you so much. This has been so much fun. Shoot me a DM. Let me know if this, you know, resonated with you, what card stood out, what message stood out, and if there's any questions you have about really just saying, you know what, this isn't me anymore. I know that I have something big to do in this world. I know that I have a mission to fulfill, a difference to make, and I know that sounds like a lofty goal. It sounds like a lot, but I know that if you're listening and if you've been drawn to this video, there's something in there that's like, I want my sparkle magic to come out, and I'm here to help you extract all that gold, baby. So I will see you guys, well, no, I will see you guys inside the SHINETRIBE Sisterhood next week for my free training on how to turn your passion into profit. And then I will be in Charleston the next week, so I don't know, maybe we'll get a special Charleston Woo Wednesday edition, but until then, I love you all so very much. Okay, let me see. Casey says, and let me say too, it is okay to decide that something you thought you wanted to do for years is not right for you. I wanted to be a singer my whole life until the point I was 18 when I realized. Yeah, I mean, it's so true. And honestly, if you wanted to be a singer as a kid, I also would encourage you to explore some realm and way in which you can use your voice to impact the world. Because it sounds like there is something, I mean, you sing from the soul, you don't sing from your mind. And so there's obviously something that your soul wants, but maybe it's the form in which you always saw it. Maybe it was this famous singer, like, I'm gonna be Mariah Carey, but maybe you use your voice in a different way. Maybe you like help children sing, or, you know, there's so many different avenues. But if you're like me and you want to totally jump ship and go the opposite direction, heck yeah, that's possible too. I went from hairdresser to psychic medium business coach for women. Like, what? That's so crazy. But again, anything is possible if you have a passion for it and you're willing to stay committed and consistent. That's really going to be the biggest thing. And I'll leave you with this. My last job, or my shortest job, let me say that. My shortest job ever, talking about being able to change, giving yourself permission to just like, this isn't working for me anymore. My shortest job was 6 hours. That's it. After 6 hours of putting back wedding dresses and prom dresses, I knew real quickly that that was not the right environment for me. I walked out, said peace, I'll come back next week to get my check, but that was it. And so I hope that you guys realize, whether it's a crappy marriage or it's a job or it's a place that you're living, you don't have to stay there. You have that freedom of choice to make those changes. So if you're realizing now that something you chose isn't in alignment because you've grown, it's okay to change. And whether you're married to it or not, there's no rules that says you can't let things go. I know so many people feel guilty for leaving crappy marriages because they made a vow. Yeah, that vow was made, but maybe not on total truth, because it was conditional. Like, maybe if they don't grow, maybe if they change and do this thing, then it'll work. So we have to really look at the choices that we make and realign them with who we are today. Bam. Okay, exactly, which is why I love the idea of writing, because I'm still able to tell stories through my voice, and especially my writing is inspired by music. Boom, that's exactly what I'm talking about. You know, if you really think about it, the things that come natural to us and that are easy and effortless that we loved as a child tend to be the things that we end up using in our job. For me, when I was a little girl, I used to gather all my toys, all the chairs, everything in the backyard and put in a big circle, now I host goddess gatherings, like full moon circles, and I host retreats. So it's like, okay, I've always loved gathering things together, and I would tell everyone I was having a party. I'm having a party, I'm having a party. And I love hosting events, so it kind of makes sense. So yeah, I've had so much fun today. Elizabeth, this speaks to me. I'm just trying to figure out what's next. Yeah, that's it. That's where we're at. We're all at a turning point where we're trying to figure out what is that next step. Shoot, Chris and I went on a good long walk this afternoon. We're like, what are we doing here? Should we still do the podcast? Like, are we still running this membership club? Like, what are we doing here? And I think it's so important to always ask those questions. Like, why are we doing it? Are we still excited? Does this bring me joy? And you know, you might find that the answer is yes. You just needed a new perspective to see that everything you want was actually right there in front of you. You're just looking at it differently. So, and maybe not. Maybe it reminds you or makes you realize, like, oh, I really do want something different. This isn't fun anymore. So whether you're on one side of the coin or the other, it's okay, but it's important to always check back in and reevaluate for what feels good. All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in this week. If you love this message, please tag a soul sister, share it, spread the good vibes, and I hope to see you guys next week inside the Shine Tribe for my live free masterclass all about turning your passion into profit. This is the first time I've ever joined you on a live, and I'm honestly so happy I did. You're amazing. Thank you so much, Casey. It's been so much fun getting to connect with you and hear about your story and your passions of singing and helping and writing and spreading the word. It's been so much fun. You guys are amazing. Shoot me a DM if you need that link to sign up for the free business training. You really don't want to miss it. I mean, what do you have to lose? Like 30 minutes of your time and new wisdom and business growth? Yeah. So get that inspiration, BrittanyCarmichael.com/6-steps, and that'll get you the free training that we're talking about, so you can turn your business into, well, if you can turn your passions into business, I don't know, whatever. You can make a business online doing what you love. Boom, there it is. All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I've had so much fun. I will see you guys later. Peace.